Guess what? Okay, so here's the thing. This is the weird part. I slept basically all day yesterday, okay? So I slept all night, right? Then I got up, went to Mass, came back. Right after I got back from Mass, I went and I laid down right away. And so I lay down right away, and I slept until like 4. And then I got up. Then I went to bed at 10:30, and I slept all night. The thing is, I still want to sleep more. My body is just like, go back to bed. What is wrong with my body today? I'm forcing myself to stay awake and get up because I have to do the shopping. I don't want it to be on my head anymore. I need to get it done. As soon as the shopping's done, I can do whatever I want. So I'm gonna come back. I gotta do homeschooling with the kids. I'm only doing an hour. I don't care. It's an hour. That's it. Then I might have a nap, depending on how I feel. Okay, I'm gonna go get dressed. I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, so this is what I wanted to show you. I did my makeup today, but you can't really tell. But yeah, I have that nice cute color of the eyeshadow on that I really liked, and I put some under my eyelashes as well. And then I just touched up my eyelashes just a little bit with mascara. I didn't want to do it like bold and like, out there. And then I just put concealer under my eye on top of my eyelid before doing the eyeshadow, obviously. And I put some concealer down here where I get red usually. And I just left the rest because I have natural blush, so I might as well just keep that. I didn't do anything with my eyebrows, as you can tell. I just washed them. And this is the wipe residue from washing them. Now I'm about to put on chapstick. That's it. I don't even wear lipstick, y'all, because I don't like it. So I thought I'd share with you just the natural look that I did. One pair of earrings in my ears. I don't really have a necklace to put on right now, so I didn't wear a necklace, but I am wearing a bracelet and my watch. And I put a head wrap on my hair because it covers the gray. And I put a little bow for a little touch of femininity. And there you go. I'm ready to go. So yeah, I just wanted to show you with the natural camera what it looked like. Not bad. So I wanted to show you like what I did. I went into the bathroom when we got there just to like touch up some of the stuff that was going on. I was a bit blotchy on my eyebrows, and if you have chapstick, it's easy just to rub a little on your finger and then put it on your eyebrow when you have that kind of issue. That's what I did, and it worked. My eyebrow wasn't as blotchy anymore, and it's not been flaky since, so it was perfect. Then we went shopping, and then right after shopping I went window shopping, and I was really happy with the window shopping that I did because, well, as you're about to hear, I found something amazing and I'm really excited about it. Anyway, I picked a really good ring for Johnny that I'm going to get in February. He got me this one last year in February, so I'm getting him one this year in February.
Stop lying or I'm getting
and I'm going to get cute little pearl earrings. They're going to be so gorgeous. It's just like 1, 2, 3 pearls. Perfect. So I'm not a very fancy girl. I like the,
beat like every possible level.
I like the. And then for my birthday, I'm going to get myself a pearl necklace.
You don't even have 10 easy things.
I'll find a nice cheap one.
Because stop. I'm not playing around.
I want a real pearl necklace though.
All little brothers.
I'll ask questions. Anyway, other than that, we're done shopping. We're waiting for to get to the bus. And we're gonna go home, put away all the food, and then we're gonna have a nice big talk because I can't do wrap up and a new chapter right now, but we are going to continue with the same chapter. I'm going to remind you what the chapter is about.
It's not me, it's a guy.
And we'll continue from there.
I'm pretending the guy is the top Zoink.
But yeah, it's exciting.
In the new Zoink in Polydash.
Then we were on our way home, and as you know, I am silent in public areas most of the time now, and so I showed you guys what it looks like outside. It was so sunny today. It was a beautiful day. And we came home and we put everything away. We cleaned up the kitchen. And I restocked some of the stuff in the bathroom that I needed to do, like my conditioner. And tidied up the counter a bit. And then we cleaned up. And then we finished off. I just cleaned up the bottle because the bottle had some stuff all over it. So cleaned up the bottle. And then, yeah. All right, y'all, let's do this talk because then I really want to have a shower. So I got to do this now. Okay, do you guys remember what our talk was about last week? Loving our husbands. And one of the biggest things that chapter was all about was making sure that we take care of every single need our husband has. That means food, shelter, environment, right? And sex. Yes. Mostly. That's what usually men complain about when they're married because the wife does not want to, for whatever reason, and she also withholds it as a punishment to her husband, which isn't right. So I had talked about like how you should be freely giving every single portion of yourself to your husband. And I also talked about what that might look like. Yesterday we went over my blog, and remember how in the blog the characteristics of this Titus 2 woman / Proverbs 31, how she was carrying herself. She let her husband walk out in front. She was either beside or behind, seen, not heard. She didn't speak unless spoken to, things of this nature. And she would gracefully dismiss herself if somebody was bad-mouthing her husband. She did not stay there and listen. You don't do that, okay? These are all things that show modesty and discretion, which we also talked about last night. Modesty and discretion, which is huge for giving your husband a safe zone, you know? And then also making the home comfortable for him after work. I've talked about this before, where when he comes home, you let him rest. You let him lay on the couch if he wants, have a nap if he wants, shower, kick off his boots, or you can help him take off his shoes. There's that too, which if I was you, I would do that. It's a nice little, it's romantic. Anyway. And then the other thing is make sure that there's a hot meal waiting for him and his favorite beverage, whatever that may be. For my husband, it's a beer and a hot meal. So you would greet him with a beer and a hot meal. He comes in, you walk him to the couch. So you'd walk him to the couch, let him relax, bring him his food while he's drinking his beverage. And then you ask him how his day went. And if he just doesn't want to talk, don't talk. It's just let him, you know? And then if he wants to just sit and watch TV, let him. If he wants to play a video game, let him. And just tidy up. Keep the place nice and tidy for him. He doesn't want to come back and see like clutter everywhere and, you know, things of this nature. Make sure that it's a nice environment for him to come back to. And when you start doing these things, like waking up early in the morning and making him breakfast and packing him a lunch and then seeing him off to work and saying goodbye to him, it's going to bring you guys closer. And it's also going to make him see how loving you are towards him, that you care, that you are attentive to him and his needs. and you want to show him that he's safe with you, that he's safe in this relationship, and that you're committed to him. And that's what these little things are about. It's not just to, like, be what feminists call us, slaves. It's not to be a slave. It's literally to show devotion, commitment, and love. And God knows exactly what a man needs. So God asks the woman in certain commands to do certain things for her husband. And so when we are abiding in the perfect will of our Lord Jesus and we follow his commands, we are the happiest as women. And men just want a happy woman. They don't want her to be miserable, bitter, angry, because that makes them miserable, bitter, and angry. And it's really weird because when I make my husband happy, I'm happy. So that's why whenever I hear him say something like, happy wife, happy life, I always correct him, no, baby. Happy spouse, happy house. We're going to switch that. We're going to switch it. We will. So the important thing here is that when you are loving your husband, you are also honoring your husband and giving reverence to him. You're treating him well because when we're being good to our husbands and treating them well and honoring them and reverencing them, it's the way that we also are reflecting how we love and care about God. Most importantly, when you are doing what God commanded you to do, you're doing it because of your love for God. You're not doing it per se, like, let's say the woman has an issue and she just doesn't want to do it for her husband, but okay, do it for God. Because if you're going to call yourself a Christian woman and not follow God's commands because of whatever reason your husband does this and that, and you're contingenting your own obedience on his behavior, then replace him with Jesus. Replace him with Jesus and serve him anyway. Because you are serving Christ. You're not exactly serving your husband. You're showing the spiritual relationship you have with Christ when you are honoring, reverencing, and obeying your husband. Because he is the representative of Christ in our relationships. Our marriage is to Christ. And if you are not aware of that, I hope you look at this image I'm about to show you and you take a good look at that and you actually put it into your head that this is what's going on when you get married. This is what you should be picturing. Because if you are not ready for that kind of a commitment, then you should not be married. You're committing yourself to a covenant with Jesus. And in that covenant with Jesus, you are serving Jesus in your marriage. So whatever you're doing to your husband, saying and behaving like with your husband, is a representation of how you would be with Jesus if he was your husband. So if you would not treat Jesus the way you're treating your husband, I suggest you turn that around immediately, because one day you will be with Jesus in heaven. And he's going to judge you based off of what you did to your husband. So I'm just saying, you guys need to smarten up about this and actually consider what you're saying and doing. And yeah, we need to love our husbands better. All of us ladies have to love our husbands better. We are not doing a good job. And that's why divorce is at an all-time high, because women are just leaving. I mean, this year alone was because of political affiliations. And sometimes it's even stupider than that, why they get divorced. You know what I mean? Like, women will just leave. I saw in this forum just today, I was reading the comments in a forum, and this woman said that this other woman's husband was like, asking her to be a godly woman because they go to church and blah, blah, blah. And she said no and divorced him. Because he wanted her to follow God the way she claimed to be following God. She divorced him. Another woman was saying that she knew this woman who had a 4-month-old baby, and that she was leaving the 4-month-old baby at a daycare so that she could go to work because she'd rather be at work than with her 4-month-old. What? And then when her husband asked her to stay home with the baby, she divorced him. This is what feminists have done. They have ruined families and marriage relationships completely. And that is why I am striving to instill in women a love for their husbands, an honor for their husbands, because it's getting out of control, y'all. It's getting out of control. This whole entire thing is getting out of control. I have a headache. I need to go have a shower. So I'll be back and we'll finish this talk. And then we'll do daily wisdom. Okay? I'll be back. All right, y'all. Today, we're going to do this one. Okay? We're going to read both. Oh, look at that. It's 1 Peter 3 we're going to read. All right. So it's easy to want to control our husbands, but if we're trying to control them, we aren't loving them. No one wants to be controlled by others. You don't like being controlled by others, right? When others try to control you, you sure don't feel loved by them. Stop trying to control him if you do, and love and pray for him instead. He will enjoy this far more. For after this manner in the old time, the holy women also who trusted in God adorned themselves, being in subjection unto their own husbands, even as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord, whose daughters ye are, as long as ye do well, and are not afraid with any amazement. 1 Peter 3, 5-6. And for our evening tonight, I don't believe any Christian couple should ever get divorced, since Christians aren't to have hardened hearts, and if a famous Christian couple comes out and tells the world they are getting divorced, we as believers in Jesus Christ have every right to rebuke them publicly. Others must be told that what they are doing is wrong. Instead of so many congratulating them, marriage vows are no longer valued, and we must continue to stand for them and exhort others to be covenant keepers. What therefore God hath joined together, let no man put asunder. Let not man put asunder. Mark 10:9. Now, as you can plainly see, today's daily wisdom is hand in hand with what we've been talking about. Hand in hand. I was just talking about this today with you guys, was I not? About loving our husbands and understanding that when you are in marriage, you are in a covenant with God, and that it is it is the representation of your spiritual relationship with Jesus. And if you are not ready to perceive marriage as a covenant and a commitment to Jesus, then you should not be getting married. Because when you divorce, you're divorcing Jesus. I wonder how many Christian women know this and how many of them would be outraged. How many Christian women honestly can say to me that they know that when they got married, they were marrying Jesus and that was a commitment to Jesus. And in breaking the marriage vows and getting a divorce, they're divorcing Jesus. How many of them actually know this? If they actually understood the covenant of marriage and how sacred it is to God, they would not be getting divorced. To me, divorce is a mortal sin. I think it's a Catholic teaching. You know, let me just go get that real quick just to make sure. Don't quote me on it. I'm gonna go check it out, okay? Let me check it out, okay? I don't want you to quote me on it just yet. I want to be properly right about this. Hold on one minute. Just wait. Yep. It's a mortal sin. If it's for selfish reasons, it's a mortal sin. If it's for like protection or to flee from a violent situation, if it's the only possible outcome for someone to escape a situation that is dire, then divorce is not a sin. However, if it's for selfish reasons, like i.e. women just being stupid and being like, oh, he wants me to make him a sandwich, divorce. That would be a mortal sin. And let me tell you, 9 out of 10 times when a woman is divorcing a man, it's for selfish reasons.
Wow. Balls.
Selfish.
I love balls.
I like one of the quotes in the PDF I found on the canon law and catechism. And one of the quotes was that we're supposed to show charity and grace and forgive 77 times, 7 times. That was our command by Jesus himself. And so if the husband has a transgression against the wife, i.e. cheating, or the wife, i.e. cheating, they are to try to work it out through counseling first. But if the husband or the wife continue to cheat and there's no resolution. If there's no resolution to be found, then they're to get legally separated for a time. The church really does look bad, like frown upon divorce, because if there's children involved especially, it really, really emotionally traumatizes kids, like for real. So the Catholic Church is like, don't get divorced unless it's an absolute has to, right? And if you do, you need to go through the proper canon law annulment process to get an annulment. Otherwise, you can't have any other marriages if you decide to fall in love again, because then you'll be living in adultery, which is another mortal sin. So, I knew I was right about that. I knew I was right that it was a mortal sin, because I remember there was a huge controversy about, when I was a Protestant, about somebody who was divorced and wanted to receive communion, but they weren't annulled, and the annulment process wasn't done, so they have no idea why this person got divorced. So they couldn't receive in case they were in a state of mortal sin, because it would damage their soul if they received. Because if you sacrilege or defile Jesus's precious body and blood and receive in a state of mortal sin, that is a stain on your soul. A bad stain. You know what I mean? Like, You don't want to do that. You don't. Okay? It's serious, y'all. It's serious. And nobody's taking it seriously. Why is nobody taking this seriously? Y'all, God does not play. Okay? He's not playing. Do you not see what's happening? Do you guys really, really, really think that this is all about warming? I have to watch what I say. Warming? Do you really? Read the book of Revelations. Read the book of Isaiah, Jeremiah, Ezekiel. This is literal prophecy. And you know why? Because people are killing unborn children. People are divorcing. People are fornicating. People are having children out of wedlock. People are dressing immodestly and hypersexualizing children and youth. People are sinning up and down, and depravity is everywhere and in your face. Nobody is listening to God and what God is saying. Nobody cares about the commands of God and what God was saying. Why do you think I'm going so heavy on this right now? Do you guys just think that this randomly started happening because I saw a video? Or was it just a video?
What the f-
I was convicted to do this because I saw too many women dishonoring, disrespecting Jesus in their marriages, in their families, in their lives. It was just so disgusting to me that I had to do something about. I had to speak about this. I'm going to go all out on every single sin because God wants you holy. It doesn't matter what you did in your past. If you decide to do this today, if you decide to turn from sin today, okay? Doesn't matter what you did yesterday. Doesn't matter what you did last week. Doesn't matter what you did last month. If you decide right now in this second to turn from sin and change your life and live towards God and want to honor God and stop sinning and walk after the Spirit and away from the flesh, then you will be a brand new creature. And it doesn't matter what anybody else says. If you decide right now, it has to be your decision, heartfelt and between you and Jesus. But if you choose Jesus right now, you better not go half-ass. You need to go all the way. I didn't half-ass it. I went 2,000% in. That's literally what happened. I threw out everything. Every single pagan thing I had in my house. Everything. Even things I wore during rituals, I threw out. Yeah. Things I wore in ritual. Tank tops, shorts, pants, whatever. Out. Gone. Bye-bye. I don't wear it. Don't have it. It's gone. That's how serious I was. Necklaces, rings, gone. Earrings, gone. I got rid of everything. I didn't half-ass it. I full on said, if I'm going to do this, I'm going all in. And I did. I'm all in. I'm all about Jesus every day, every single day, 100%, all day long, every second of the day. I'm all Jesus, okay? I'm about Jesus. When I see Jesus on the resurrection day, he's going to say to me, there is no doubt in my mind that you loved me. There's no doubt in my mind. I know you loved me. You spoke against things that you knew people would probably call you a hypocrite about, but you did it because of the people who weren't hearing the message and could stop themselves from making that mistake. You spoke against it anyway, even though you would be called a hypocrite. You spoke against all of the atrocities and all of the evil that was going around in marriages and families. You did the best you could with the little bit of time that you had and the small little following that you did. You did an amazing job. Then he's going to tell me what I did wrong. Obviously, this is where you got things wrong. But you know what? My blood is sufficient. So, come on. You're coming with me, kid. And I'm going to run and jump into his arms and be like, Jesus, thank you so much. And I'm going to kiss his hands. I can't wait. I loves Jesus. I loves him. Nobody can deny that. Nobody can say that Stacy Kamea does not love Jesus, because Stacy Kamea loves Jesus, okay? Stacy Kamea loves Jesus. I loves Jesus. See that? Jesus. Right there. I loves Jesus. See this? Jesus. I loves Jesus. Jesus. Anyway, guys. All that to say, love your husbands, love your children, stop sinning, and strive to be holy. It's not hard. It's really not hard. It's actually fun. It's fun. Now, I got to get ready for bed. I didn't end up having a shower because I have a headache and I'm in pain from all this shopping and stuff. But don't worry, I will have a shower tomorrow. It'll be better tomorrow anyway because I'll have rested most of the day. I gotta go to bed. Anyway, I gotta get to bed early because I gotta get up early and make French toast. So, I want to be able to be awake and not be like dead when I wake up, you know? I'm still sick, so this is why I need more sleep than usual. So I'm going to bed. Love y'all. Good night. Sleep tight. See y'all at 4:45 a.m. in the morning. And yeah, it will be 4:45 a.m. in the morning because I'm making French toast and it takes a while, so definitely going to be 4:45 a.m. in the morning. See you then. Later for now. Good night. Love y'all. God bless. Later for now.